Welcome to Cozy3D, grab a hot beverage and let's learn about how Cozy3D art is made. Today I talk with Abbey Bricks, who has this super cute art style which I love a lot. I think it can be described as sort of a mix of low poly art, pastel colors and kind of a pixelated look. It's a very unique style. And yeah, she makes those cute little characters which I absolutely love. For example, this little guy called Spit. And yeah, enjoy the episode.
Hi, everyone. I am Abby. I've been a 3D artist for about 4 years. Ever since I can remember, I've loved creating art and creating stories. So when I learned that I could make 3D art, I just loved the medium so much. And I feel like I could really express myself, like my stories, very well in it.
Mhm.
But today I'm going to talk about two of my pieces. Spit right here, as we mentioned, and I'm going to talk about my Froggy Tea Party uh, piece. But with Spit, this is the final product, but he didn't start off that way. I actually started off with a prompt for a robot, but I somehow came to him out from sketching. So from sketches, I did like a bunch of different color variants, and he looks so naked without the top of his handle, but I did a
Yeah.
bunch of color variants and I ended up on 5 and I really like those colors. That was actually the first one I had imagined in my head, but I wanted to experiment.
Do you
I feel
ever
like
think
that.
about making a rusted version of him as well? Because I really like Tree as well, honestly.
Yeah, in how I imagined, all these other versions exist in his world as well. They're like other characters.
Hmm.
They're actually all named after different parts of like a hose. Like I forgot their names, but like Jet, the red one is named Jet, and then there's
Hmm.
like Bubbles and a bunch of different other like silly names.
Oh, that's cute.
But this is some more sketches that I did once I decided
Oh.
on the colors. I took definitely this was when I created Spit, it was like summertime where I live, so I was really thinking about gardening and like we had a
Mm.
garden in my backyard, so I definitely took inspiration from like my life.
Hmm.
This is his newborn picture when he was first starting out, but
The
when I
fetus.
model, especially low poly, I try to think in primitives first and like
Mm.
how low of a shape as a mesh is possible. But when I'm creating something like this, so I started with a cylinder and then more cylinders and another cylinder.
And may I ask what the reason behind that is? Is that so that the big shapes are right, or is it what is the reasoning behind it?
I really focus on shape language a lot. I feel like that's very important along with color.
Hmm.
So when starting off a model like this, I definitely do like the base shapes, like you're saying.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. There's Spit.
He looks so naked. But this is the base colors. I like to do this first. I just get an emission shader in Blender and like
Hmm.
just throw colors on just to get the feel.
Hmm.
And this
Oh.
is like the first like renders with his face and like the holes on his nose.
Hmm.
And then this is a more recent render that I did just so get a full body render.
Hmm.
Then
Cute.
this is him with the background. Like the first like starts of the background. For those flowers, I took a lot of inspiration from Yoshi's Island.
Hmm.
I love how the flowers and the environments look in that game.
Hmm.
And then this is an orthographic like experimentation. It took me so long to like figure out the base for this. I had to step away for an entire day and then come back and then I was like, he needs a base. Like this looks too empty. There needs to be something that grounds
Yes, now he's
him.
actually in the garden. That's really cute.
Mhm. And that's the final.
Aw, I love it so much.
Thank you. Yeah, he's definitely really caring. He's on the go, ready to, help people out. All right. So this is my Froggy tea party scene,
Aw,
and I took a lot of inspiration from my life again. I have like very strong memories of going to like my family's house and like having tea there, so I took a lot of inspiration from like how my family's house is set up.
right.
So, um, but again, I think it's so important when you're creating art, whatever kind of art, is to take from like your life experiences. I think that it gives it like a relatable value, and
Mm-hmm.
I try to make this piece feel like a memory almost.
Yeah.
This is where it started off, very humble beginnings. Uh, I have a reference on the left there, I mean on the right there, and I just started off making the teapot because again, this was for a prompt. I think it was just teapot, and this is where I originally posted was just this, and then I came back to it a couple months later, and then I started building out the background because I wanted to do more with it because I like the concept and I think the little froggy cookie is cute.
For
So I
sure.
came
I would
back
like
to
love
it.
something like that in real life.
Mhm.
I don't really care like how it tastes, but if it looks like a frog cookie and is a cookie, then I'm like down.
Yes, I agree. I don't even. They're supposed to be like macarons. I don't even like macarons in real life. But this is like me trying to figure out the color placement of everything and getting the shapes like to like the composition to be correct.
hmm
Then this is more progress. I added a chair, um, adding stuff slowly.
Do you use any tools to pick your colors, or do you just do it with the color picker tool?
I use color palettes either I find on low spec or I just I start from a color palette and then I just kind of feel it out.
hmm
Um, I use just like just use color theory techniques. For example, I just like think what's like complementary colors and stuff like that. And
Right,
I
yeah.
know if like the brighter colors will pop out more and like a lighter to less saturated color will like fade into the background, kind of stuff like that.
hmm
And then a close up of this.
Nice.
And then yeah, that's the ending here. But that's just what I came to. I really like it a lot. I feel like it's like a great still life.
hmm
I enjoyed this piece a lot.
Yeah, it feels like very well balanced in the end, really.
Mhm.
And with the rendering, I think you do it all in Blender, right? Including like the
Yes.
pixelated effect.
I use I don't know what the technique technically is called, but in the compositor tab, or is it? I think it's called compositor tab in Blender. I just do a scale node, then I do a pixelate node, and then I do a scale node again, and then I kind of divide it by three in the first one, like 1/3. I mean, and then I times it by three in the
Okay.
second scale node, and then that kind of like basically just shrinks it really small and then blows it back up and pixelates it.
Ah, I see. Yeah. Okay.
So
Ah.
yeah, that's all. So thank you.
Oh, look at him. Ah.
That's all I have.
Nice.
I
Thank
love
you so
him.
much. That's so cute. What's your favorite cozy game?
I think the Goose Game, if you
Oh,
count
Untitled
that.
Goose Game.
I love the Untitled Goose Game, but it's
Oh, yeah.
probably a tie with that and Pikmin. But
Mm.
I love Untitled Goose Game. I played that with my boyfriend, and we played it together, and it made it so much more fun. We just caused havoc as little
Yeah.
geese.
I felt
I
like
love the
so
two
mean at
player.
parts, like especially like in a village center where you chase like the little
Yeah,
boy. I was like, oh no,
and
what am
knock
I
him
doing?
down and steal his glasses. Yeah, you're just a bully.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
But it's okay
But I
because you're
love,
Goose.
yeah, you're a goose. Yeah, I have no morals. But I love that game so much. It just inspires me what they did and how the puzzles all flowed together so well. And
Mhm.
I love the perspective of the game too. You really
Mm.
feel like a goose.
Goose game. It's like being a goose. Nice. Yeah, I think it's definitely also one of my favorite games. I think like my favorite cozy game would either be a short hike or Minecraft. well, like Minecraft can be cozy, cannot be cozy, so like, but for me, often it's quite a cozy game. But yeah, Short Hike, I don't know, just like, I think I cried a little at the end. I
I
don't
did
want to spoil
too.
anything. And it
I
was just
did
like a
too.
very like sweet and like heartfelt game. Like it just really made me believe into games, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, I was about to say Short Hike as well for my favorite, but I love that game a lot too. I go back and play it with my little niece all the time so she can just run around and explore.
Mhm. Okay, next one. So I think you already mentioned it. Like you draw a lot of inspiration from your own life, right? Is there any artists you specifically look up to?
Oh, I have a lot, but first I love Olivia Haynes. I believe
Oh
that's
yeah.
how you say her last name. But her
I,
games are so cute. I love her whole style. I can gush about her all day.
mhm,
But she's an Australian artist. I believe she's based in Melbourne, and she makes really cozy, like low fidelity games that I just take infinite inspiration from them.
mhm.
But she's my biggest inspiration, I think. And then Megan Wang. Uh, I hopefully I said her name right, I
Oh, I
think.
don't know if I
Uh,
know her actually.
she's an illustrator, but she's also a YouTuber. She makes studio vlogs and other content in that vein. But I
Hmm.
love her illustration style. And I take a lot of inspiration from her as well. I love her YouTube videos, her studio vlogs specifically. They're just so like comfy, and her illustrations really inspire me a lot. And then can I have a shout out one more?
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Buying Nine, I believe that's how you say his name. He's
Okay.
another like PS1 style, N64 style artist, and he's making a really cool N64 style game right now.
Right. Okay. So actually, last question.
Okay.
I just want to know like what's like next up for you. I think you saw you just graduated, right? And now you're kind of looking for a job as a cozy 3D artist, right?
Yeah, I would love to work on a 3D artist team for indie game or studio. That's honestly what I'm looking for right now, but
Hmm.
currently I've just been trying to build up my portfolio and work on YouTube videos, but I'd also like to work on more game dev stuff, but it's it's a little difficult for me, but I'm working on it. And I'd love to make a game for Spit one day. That's
I
definitely a
wanted to
big
say
goal
that
of
would be
mine.
so cute, and then like having
I
all the
wanted to
different
do it so
characters in there.
I want it so bad.
Yes, I wanted to. Come on, I'm gonna throw all my money at you if you make that.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, so that actually leads to my last question or prompt.
Okay.
So I just want to give you the opportunity to like let people know what they should check out or where they should follow you. You already mentioned you have a YouTube. You're looking for a job right now. Where else? Like Instagram, I think you use quite a
Yeah,
bit.
Instagram is my biggest one. Rip Twitter, but Instagram is my biggest one that I've been putting a lot of focus in. Feel
Hmm.
free to connect with me on there. I'm very active and open to chatting.
Hmm.
And yeah, Tumblr too, but mostly Instagram and YouTube are my big focuses right now.
Okay, great. Then I will link both of that. Okay, thank
Thank
you so
you.
much. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
I'm really looking forward to that game being made like soon.
Me too, me too.